Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today. Bally Sports is dumping most of its Major League Baseball contracts. We'll tell you what's happening there. What does this mean for the future of the channel? New California's law out there to protect your digital purchases. This comes as Redbox's shutdown recently took a lot of people's movies, purchases, rentals, and the like with them. So far, no sign of any shift or refunds for those. One of the first major times this has happened. And Max is getting a whole lot of new content. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick minute. First though, if you want to learn more about any of these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinion. If you're new here, do me a favor, consider hitting that subscribe button or hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so they recommend our videos to more people. With that said, let's dive into it. All right. Bally Sports will drop TV rights to 11 Major League Baseball teams as it continues its bankruptcy. Next season, they will only retain the Atlanta Braves, the Detroit Tigers, Kansas City Royals, Miami, Milwaukee, St. Louis, Tampa Bay, Cincinnati, Anaheim will all need to find new teams. This comes as 3 teams already were only on one-year deals, including Texas, Minnesota, and Cleveland. Those 3 teams are already not being renewed. The other ones are having their contracts terminated, according to a court filing by Bally Sports' parent company, Diamond Sports Groups. One more example of how the RSN model is just not working. They just can't find a way to make that work. Does raise a question, though. How is Bally Sports going to survive as just a NBA and NHL team with nothing over the summer for most of these markets? Now, it's not completely unusual. Some RSNs for a long time have only had 1 or 2 teams. Didn't have, fall, winter, and summer sports. But this is a pretty major question as people continue to wonder about the future of Bally Sports. Saw multiple Bally Sports employees post on our stories and other places saying, ugh, what does this mean? One guy I saw even commented that maybe he needs to start looking for a new job. I saw multiple people, though, post those. There's definitely uncertainty about the future of Bally Sports. For all of the talk of its deal with Major League Baseball, with NBA and NHL, its lack of a deal with Major League Baseball definitely hurts its possibility for a future. It's been in bankruptcy for over a year and still struggling to find a way for a go-forward plan to get out of bankruptcy with this. But for now, if you're a Major League Baseball fan and your team was on Bally Sports, it's very likely you need to find a new way to watch it next year. I'm already getting comments. So where are these teams going? Honestly, we don't know. They have the entire offseason to figure that out, though it's reported that several teams were already working on backup plans before this became official. I suspect we'll see them on a combination of different ways, with over-the-air television definitely being represented on many teams out there. All right, next story up, California baseball California streaming laws have come into effect that protects your digital purchases. This is one real take here, folks. Sometimes that happens. I apologize. California has passed a law that will protect your digital purchases. This comes, as we talked about at the top of the video, Redbox is shut down, took people's purchases with them. Now, in the past, most major streaming services that shut down made deals to transfer its content. We saw several of them transfer over to Vudu, for example, back in the past. Redbox did not. They just took that content when they went offline. The content went with them. Now California is passing a law that gives you some protection over the digital content you buy from disappearing, giving you some legal rights if you buy or purchase digital media that grants you a license instead of owning it without an unrestricted access. Now, this isn't going to let you do anything with it, but it is meant to try to protect you that, for example, Redbox or a competitor like it would ever go under. I think a lot of people are like, oh, well, I buy my stuff from Google, Amazon, Apple. Of course, my content will never go away. Will it? Still a very real chance that that could happen. We'll see how this all plays out across the country, but with California, it often leads to other bills across the country. It's an interesting world. When you buy a digital copy of something, do you really own it? And what does that mean? Now, Amazon and others have been very good about this. I own, for example, King of the Hill. For a long time, King of the Hill was not being sold on Amazon anymore. But because we bought it before it went away, we've still been able to access it the whole time. It's very interesting to see it continue to play out that way. Hopefully, this law puts more protections for people as digital content becomes more popular. All right, if you're a Max subscriber and you like wrestling, AEW will be added to Max following a new multi-year rights deal. With this deal, All Elite Wrestling is part of a multi-year, multi-platform media distribution deal, with Max subscribers gaining access to pay-per-view events at a discounted price, not for free, but at a discounted price starting in January 2025. The deal is valued at upwards of $150 million a year. Pretty cool deal there to see Max getting more content, again, getting more live events and also with pay-per-view. Be interested to see how that plays out. Any AEW fans here? Be interested to see how well their pay-per-view content does. Well, for many people, we probably write them off. There's a very large, dedicated, and energetic following that will eagerly follow that. Speaking of live sports, there's a new free ad-supported streaming service out there full of sports, global sports action. It brings a collection of 24/7 sports channels for free to you. Now, you're not going to find ESPN, Fox Sports, and the one and like on there, but you will find a collection of soccer, motorsports, mixed martial arts, MMA, fishing, poker, esports, billiards, cricket, college sports, boxing, and cornhole content streaming for free through the new service. I've had several readers try it out, tell me they really are impressed with it. If you're a fan of live sports and you're looking for a collection of different content, some free stuff, you may want to check this out. I have a link to it in the show notes down there for the free live sports service. It's a ton of free ad-supported content there for free with a lot of sports content. All right, Roku earlier this year announced its new Backdrop, which is a art kind of looking screensaver that turns your TV into a work of art. We talked about this previously. I think this is great because if you're having a party or something, who wants just a black screen on the wall? When you can have a beautiful piece of artwork, you can upload or use one of their own with it. Now with this, Roku TVs, select Roku TVs are getting this feature now, and it's expected to continue to roll out in the weeks and months to come. Again, what's announced earlier, but now just starting to actually become a reality with it. They call it Roku Backdrops. If you want to learn how to turn them on and see if your device is eligible, check out the story down below. Sling TV Free Stream is adding 16 new channels. That's Sling TV's free ad-support service. Even though DirecTV is buying them, for now everything is continuing as is at Sling TV and Dish, as this deal will take over a year to close. But with this, they're adding 16 new channels, including a 24/7 Nash Bridges channel, Highways of Heaven, Death Valley Days, The Connors, Kids in the Hall, Untold Stories of the ER, and more. If you want to see all of them that are being added, link in the show notes down below. Fubo has added 2 new channels. Sadly, not Warner Brothers Discovery channels, but they are adding 2 new ones with the addition of FETV and FMC, Family Movie Channel with this. So great additions to the channels. That'll be interesting. Let me know what you think if you're a Fubo fan. Fubo bills itself as a sports-focused channel. These are definitely not sports channels. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Hey, everybody, that's it for today. I'm going to do a Q&A this weekend. If you have a question for me you want me to answer, go over to the Core Cards News YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, click on my channel, click on the Community tab, and you see a post there where I ask for questions. Post your question there so I can easily find them all in one spot. And I'll pick a selection of them and answer them this weekend in a Q&A video. I'd love to see your support there. Check them out. Thank you to everybody to subscribe. About 5,000 new subscribers last month. We really appreciate that. Wow, so many great new people. Welcome here. Glad you found us. And until Monday, take care, be safe. I'll have another cord cutting today on Monday and breaking news as it happens. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.